man. I want to see. Okay, you see your. Yeah, I know you remember at least one. Two, that's at least two. Everyone has enough bingo boards? I don't know. All right. How is everyone feeling? Feeling. Awesome, wonderful. Those things are what I love to hear. Now, I said awesome and wonderful, but I love to hear. Now, today we're doing something a little bit different, but it's similar. So instead of doing Medicare, we're doing on how you receive Medicare. Okay, because everyone earned Medicare through one route or another. Okay, that's why you have this Part A called premium free Part A, because you did something to earn it. And then we're going to go over what these titles are, because does anyone remember me telling you that Medicare is Title 18 of Social Security? Anyone remember that? When I said Medicaid is Title 19 of Social Security? Well, see, that's why I come back again and again, and I am the memory box. That's right. Oh, no, but you don't have Alzheimer's, you don't have dementia. Amen. All right, that's right. And now what we're going to start with, we're going to start with some games, but I want everyone to notice that I gave you a list of the actual titles of Social Security, because most people don't really understand what they're paying for when they pay into Social Security. And that's why when I do my presentations, I make sure that I say, well, Medicare is Title 18, Medicaid is Title 19. You got Title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up, and they keep making titles. number 10 says.
Excuse me, we don't have that paper.
Oh, excuse me.
We don't have it.
Yeah, very well. And also, notice number title 10. Now, title 10, this still labeled in Roman numerals, so 10 is just the one that just has an X. And you see that one is grants for states for aid, grants to states for aid to the blind. If you're blind, you can receive a minimum of $85 a month just for applying and letting them know I am legally blind. Give me my money. Okay? Yes, yes, yes. And what I did was I brought a couple of explanations with me because I didn't know how detailed anyone wanted to go. But I put my But I printed out two extra ones if someone wanted the additional detail versions. Because I went into some details, like for number 10 with the grants. Now I didn't go into extra details for number 1, but I can for you. For the grants for your Social Security, for grants for your states, for your old age assistance for the age. So that old age assistance is when you're not able to do some things on your own.
I tried to call you. I tried to call you for me.
Oh,
I looked at it. You want me to give it?
yeah, I'm right here. And then that's our cover sheet for today. Would you like some chips or some water? What? No chips, no water? No fruit snacks? That's all right. You change your mind and they'll be here for you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, bingo board. Got that? How many would you like?
One.
Just one?
Uh-huh.
You want me to bring two just in case you take one?
One.
Okay.
Let me do uno.
Uno.
Thank you.
Now let's reset this for you.
And we need a 911. We didn't get one of
You
them.
didn't get one of
Yeah, everything else is on again.
All our homework.
Hold on.
I cannot leave anyone out.
Look.
These are special booklets I designed. I hope you enjoy them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's nice.
Thank you. You ever want to have one of these? I don't know if I ever got one of these.
What is for? Don't play with me.
That's for, I forgot her name. Who was on? I forgot her name.
Probably done, Miss Carol.
Yeah.
Or Miss McGill.
This is McGill. It's
The
McGill.
one that comes in and dances with us?
Oh, no, that's Miss Carol.
Miss Carol. You got stuff over here. Ooh. What is this is?
That's what I got. I need another one.
All right, so just to start up as an introduction for today, so I will start up with all of these titles and all these titles that you have for Social Security. So normally when we talk about Medicare, Medicare is your title 18. And then you're gonna have some people in here who may have Medicaid, and that is your title 19. So when you have title 18 and title 19, you're Medicare and Medicaid, okay? Makes you dual eligible when you should
finish, let's talk about shouldn't get any bills, please.
Sure,
All right, thank you.
absolutely.
Everybody is the same. I learned something.
Now, when you work, you all may have remembered paying into Social Security, yes? Yes, and Social Security is basically a government program in which you pay into, and you're supposed to get some government programs created for you, some government assistance provided for you, and some government benefits in return. All right, and it was designed as an insurance program, not as a retirement program in order to protect it. Okay? So, what you're paying for are all of these titles. Title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Welfare, I think welfare is Title 5. Yeah. Title 5 is welfare, maternal and child health services grants. And we got benefits for World War II veterans, that's Title 8. And if you see any of these titles and you feel like you qualify for them, or someone you know qualify for them, you can literally receive the money from these titles. That is what they're for. But they're just not advertised like that for some reason. But this money is available. And I brought some of the info for them, like for Title 10, specifically for people who are blind. You can get a minimum of $85, not 80 months, every month. Sent to you. All right, and that's a minimum. And that's money that's due to you because you are disabled, and specifically your disability is being blind, legally blind. And so I was also asked about title number 1, grants to states for old age assistance for the aged. So that is when you're not able to do some things on your own. Generally, when you think of that, is the daily living activities, not able to bathe yourself, dress yourself, feed yourself, go shopping for yourself, and I missed something. That's cook for yourself, and I think clean. And so you can get money because you can have someone assist you, okay? And you go through these, and when you go all the way down to Title 18, you'll notice that Title 18 says health insurance for the aged and disabled. Do you know what that is? That is Medicare. Literally, that is Medicare. Title 18 of Social Security. Health insurance for the aged and disabled. And then you go right down one more. That's the X and the I, then the X. That's Title 19. It says grants to states for medical assistance programs. That is Medicaid. So when you have Title 18 and Title 19, you're known as dual eligible, or Medi-Medi, which means you have Medicare and Medicaid. So when you hear those terms, that generally means that Medicare, and you've heard of Medicare paying 80% of your bills, right? Then Medicaid pays the other 20% of your bills. So that's why when you're dual eligible, you're not supposed to pay any bills out of your pocket, because the bills should go to the state and go to the government. And that's how that works. And so a quick rundown on exactly when it was started. It was started by Roosevelt in 1935. All those beats. All right. And basically, it was for the elderly, the disabled, the unemployed, and for your dependents, for your dependent children, and if you passed away, for the people who were dependent on your income that was left behind. Now, this was a supplement to retirement. That's why they designed it as an insurance program, so they ensure that you have something that can help you on top of any savings that you have or anything in that nature. But it did sort of turn into that over time, all right? And in 1935 is when it was enabled, and then they did add on the Disability Act. But the main part of it is that you know these titles. These titles keep getting created, and this is where your money goes. Hello, how are you? And this is where your money goes, okay? So just know, and even when your children, they're working, they're paying into Social Security. Because the money that's coming out of their Social Security, the Social Security money that's coming out of their checks is actually the money that's going directly into your pocket. There isn't a big piggy bank anymore. It is a direct exchange. It's because when it first started, it used to have 24 people that was paying for one person. That was a lot of support for that one person to have when 24 people are providing their income. But now it's more of a 4 to 1. 3 to 2. But you have 3 people supporting 2. And what you really don't want, you don't want 3 people supporting 5. You don't want 5 people supporting 10. You don't want 5 people supporting 20. Because there's no money left. And that's why they keep saying that Social Security is going to run out of money in 2023, 2025. Yes, but then.
So then, you're saying that all of us should encourage our children and grandchildren to stay on the job as long as they can, because we have Title 22 and a half, which is we're old.
Yep.
All right.
That's right. That's
So
right.
they work. Yeah.
That's right. Literally, if people stop paying into Social Security today, it would literally shut down. No money available. But it's lasted this long, and generally what they say is, if it is going to run out of money, as they just print money, it's like they build out the banks. They'll just print more money, which will cause more inflation, which will make the dollar a little bit more worthless. And over time, it just puts us in a worse scenario. But that's what Social Security is. It is a government program that you pay into in which you can benefit from all these titles. And these titles, you actually have to look through them and see that you qualify. And believe it or not, you may remember, you may not remember. You don't automatically get your Medicare when you turn 65. You actually have to let the government know that you want to start receiving your Medicare. So many people all the time, I haven't got my Medicare card yet. They never sent me my Medicare card. I'm 67. No one sent me my Medicare card. Because the government just doesn't assume that you want to start taking your Medicare benefits just because you turned 65. That's just simply the first time in which you can start receiving your benefits. So same thing with all these other titles. Just like when you want Medicaid, you have to call in and apply. So any of these other titles you feel you qualify for, call in and apply for them. Because this is the most important thing. You're giving the government money for these titles. You gotta get your money back for them. Because they don't just simply cut you checks unless you qualify for these titles. Okay? So I try to make Social Security short and sweet because it gets boring. Unless I'm specifically talking about the title that benefits you or someone that you know and say, hey, give me that info. We need to start applying. So that's why I encourage you. Look through the titles and call me because I can get you all of the information on any of these titles and how to apply to them and how to start receiving your money. Okay? And this is where your Medicare comes from. Any questions on that?
I saw something else I can ask you about, because just like you're saying, these are not necessarily everybody's benefits. But on the internet, they keep putting this stuff about you can get a stimulus for so much money to buy your food with. Is that connected to anybody you know?
Yes, so there is it's what's called a lure. It does exist, but you have to qualify. These are the qualifications for that $900 grocery benefit. You have to have a chronic illness. So a chronic illness, does anyone know the definition? You know the difference between a chronic illness, a terminal illness, or just an illness? Between a normal illness, a chronic illness, and a terminal illness.
chronic illness could be lupus, it could be asthma, it could be,
Yes, so those are some examples. But what makes it a chronic illness?
cause you're gonna live with it till you die.
There you go. It's reoccurring. That's right. It stays with you. A regular illness you can get over with. A terminal illness, they expect you to die within the next 6 to 12 months.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Turn.
And so you can know if no one has been diagnosed with a terminal illness, you'll probably be alive within the next 6 to 12 months. All right, and if you're not on a respirator, you'll probably be alive in the next 6 to 12 months, unless some accident or something like that. That's generally, when you know that you're about to, go to the next place.
Asthma is like a chronic illness.
It definitely can be, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But-
what if you get older?
Well, it's chronic for most people. It's a chronic because it lasts the majority of their life.
Oh.
But now, on top of you having a chronic illness, there has to be a Medicare plan designed for your chronic illness.
Oh.
Okay, it's not just simply having one. So, like for like for end-stage renal disease, there is a plan designed for people who have kidney disease. There's a plan designed for people who have diabetes. Now, on top of that, you have to be in a scenario of low income. This means you have to qualify for Medicaid. You have to have a chronic illness, and you have to have Medicaid, and you have to live in the zip code in which the specific plan is available for the chronic illness that you have.
Okay.
If you have all those things, you can get that $900 grocery plan.
Even if you are already getting, SNAP benefit, is that on top of the SNAP?
Yes, because it's a part of a Medicare Advantage plan.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, and that's why you see it everywhere. And so my parents asked me about it, my aunts, my uncles, they calling me up, and I say, none of you all qualify. Nobody. I texted my mom back yesterday. I said, I'm glad you don't qualify. She said,
Yeah.
She said, well, all those qualifications, me too. I said, yes. It's just, it's better to stay healthy. Stay healthy.
Amen.
But it does exist. One company that does have it is Humana. They have it available, but I actually don't think it's available in this zip code. But even if it was, you still have to have low income, you have to be Medicaid, and you still have to have a qualifying chronic illness. I should have said that way the first time. A qualifying chronic illness, not just a chronic illness.
Oh, so asthma may not be, qualifying.
That's right.
Depending on, I don't know much about asthma, but I guess depending on the severity of it or something like that.
Well, the way that it happens is these companies, they design these plans. And they take these plans to the government to get them approved. And so if the government doesn't approve these plans, then they don't exist. And so if you don't see a plan like that, that means it either wasn't approved for your area, or no company thought they were going to make enough money on it to even take it, to even design a plan for it. So remember, it's a business too. So the chronic illness that you have, it generally is going to be a chronic illness that a lot of people have, because the insurance company looks at it as that's a chronic illness we can create or design a plan for that we can get approved by the government and then enroll a lot of people because they qualify for this specific plan and we get more money. So that's generally how those plans get created.
But you would think that they would come into a lot of this area code, this zip code, but they're not, or?
So how it works is on top of the zip code. So all these plans are based on your counties and your zip codes and the income of your zip code. So that's actually the main thing before we even get to your health is the income of the zip code that you live in. So if your zip code has an income that is medium or higher, you're gonna find you're gonna have less benefits overall from the government and from the insurance companies because they know you have the money to afford those types of things. When you're in an area with lower income, you're gonna find more benefits available from the government and from the insurance plans. They're gonna give you much higher dental, higher vision, all those things because they know that's much more attractive to you. And you don't have to pay for these plans because the companies get $10,000 every single month from the government when you enroll. Doesn't matter who you are. They look at you as another 10,000. Well, every year is $120,000.
That's right.
So they design the plans based on your zip code to make it more attractive for the people who live there. And then once they see how much money can be made, they look at how many people have diabetes in this zip code. Can we make money from that? Okay, we can. Let's create a plan for it. Let's submit it to the government. They approve it. Then the next year you see this new diabetes plan. And that's how it works. You know, just a lot of extra.
But we need to know, because a lot of these plans, you call them plans, but these are propositions that they make among themselves
That
to
is.
keep us on whatever they can keep us on and offer whatever they keep us off of.
That's right.
Because it's numerical. It's not anything about emotional. It's numerical.
That's right. You got it, you got it. Hello, hello, how are you? Let me get you one of these. And if everyone doesn't mind, let me run to the washroom real quick, please.
Sad to say, but huh? 72. Mm-mm, 50. All right.
All right, thank you all. Sorry about that. So remember, when you work, you pay for all of these titles. Title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and also your family pay for them. Because one thing that I definitely know no one seems to do, because no one's telling you about it, is to look through these titles that you literally paid for. I mean, literally, I can't be any more literal. You pay for every single one of these titles, even if you're not using them, because they're for everyone. So I encourage you, look through them, because most likely there's someone in your family